So this building is currently unencumbered and it's worth 1.5 million. So this one building, if you're in commercial property,
Yeah.
you could be a millionaire already.
Yeah.
So having achieved that, in my case through property, and good luck to you, however you did it, what do you then do with the money? And when I talk about trading to other people, not to you, most people, when I talk about trading, imagine I'm talking about the stock market and just the stock market. And they really focus on this kind of idea of being a day trader
Yeah, they do.
who buys and sells shares.
Yeah.
And I think it's Warren Buffett that said 90% of day traders are bust within 90 days
Yeah.
because they just,
Yeah. It's so intense for them.
yeah. And they don't typically have any rules. They're going
No
off
strategy.
hunches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I know people that their strategy is to just go and buy Nvidia shares
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
And I just did a little mental calculation that if you paid £500,000 for some Nvidia shares, do you know how much dividend you would have earned in the last 12 months?
No.
So £500,000 in, the actual dividend return for your princely £500,000 of Nvidia shares will be £185,
What?
not per day or per week,
Total,
in a year.
which is nothing
Yeah,
for 500,000.
yeah.
Flipping it.
And the reason I put that into my little head is shortly, in the next few months, we're buying £2 million worth of property in Birmingham, 6 flats. Buying 6 so we don't have to pay the extra stamp duty, it's commercial stamp duty, blah, 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 whatever, it doesn't really matter. But the point is, if you landed from Mars and had a one-day education on wealth and you had £500,000, to go and put it in Nvidia shares for £185 or to own 6 flats in Birmingham,
Yeah.
the 6 flats in Birmingham's getting my vote.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then you've got this concentration risk. And like I started to say, whatever point you're at, whether it's 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, whatever it is, where do you start to put your money so that you diversify and have multiple income streams? Because again, Mr. Buffett says, average millionaire's got 7 streams of income.
Yeah.
And so if you're all concentrated in UK property and you've got Rachel Reeves and Keir Starmer, you might not feel very safe. So where else are we going?
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons that I was so interested in star trading, because you're not teaching day trading, are you?
No, I mean, we can, but that's not where we start people.
No.
Because
and you're looking for particular patterns, particular trades.
Exactly. Yeah. And even if we are, what we teach them is swing trading, which is a higher time frame to day trading, which makes it less intense. But those same structures and systems, once you've mastered it at that level, you can day trade with and become very, very successful that way as well.
Well, yeah, because the obvious consequence of what Warren Buffett said, 90% of day traders go bust within 90 days, is that 10% don't.
Yeah.
So if you're one of the 10%, fill your boots.
Yeah.
But for me, I love everything. I've done the star trading courses, and like many things in my life, I want to do it. But that means for me, I want it to happen, but I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So I've funded the account of one of the people in star trading, and I'd far rather do it that way than actually. So I did the theory, understood the theory, did the courses.
Yeah.
Worked with Josh as the mentor. So yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I do think that's education in a general sense. I'm a education junkie. And if I look at the history of things and apply some of the principles that you teach, that's one of the reasons that I was able to synthesize the various pieces of information that are hitting me. And I want to give a particular example, if it's okay, of a trade that I did in September. This is a bigger trade, and it was with silver. And the result has absolutely shocked me, because if you think about a normal person, and I don't mean that in any disrespectful way, a normal person that's working hard, doing their job, by the time they're 65 or 70, they probably own, the average person, 70% of people in the UK own houses, not rent.
Yeah.
So typically someone would have paid their mortgage off, and the magic age is actually 56. That is the average age at which a Brit pays off their mortgage. Very, very similar in the States and France and Germany. So it's mid-50s. And they've worked their entire life to get to that point.
Yeah.
What residual wealth have they got after living expenses and tax? Well, generally, their house
Yeah.
and a pension. So the average Brit, 50, 60 years old, has got the home they live in. So let's call it a £250,000 house, 250, 300,000, something like that, and a pension. The average Brit's pension by the time they hit retirement age is £105,000,
Okay.
with which they then go and buy an annuity or do whatever they do in retirement. So if you took their total wealth, it's somewhere between 350 and £400,000 after all living expenses.
Mm-hmm.
So hold on to that figure in your head, 350,000, 400,000. I became convinced in September that silver was about to break out. And so I invested initial £500,000. And at the time, silver was roughly £1,000 a kilo. That was going well. So in October, this is this year. So as we record this, I'm talking 6, 8, 10 weeks ago or something. I invested another £500,000. So my total in was £1 million, for which I was the proud owner of 880 something kilos of silver. As we sit here today, that same silver is worth roughly 1.4 million.
Wow.
The reason that humbles me is using the skills that I've acquired along the way, be it property, assets, trading. I was able to place a trade. I haven't exited it yet, and silver's up another, again, as I mean, I can't tell you what it's going to be by the time you watch this, but today it's up another 3%.
Mm-hmm.
So that £1 million in is now worth 1.4 million.
Yeah.
And the way I structured it is tax-free, which is, I know what you do as well.
Yeah.
So I've just made, in 10 weeks, the same amount of money that most Brits or Americans would have as residual wealth in their entire life. And I've done it in 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, that to me it's just genuinely humbling.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can be some part of helping other people to do that same thing,
Yeah.
I'd love it.